Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may reside. This is Disturbing Revelations with Lady Gray. Now, before I decided to make this video, I decided to look up a little bit about Saint Germain, because I was wanting to share some disturbing revelations with you that might fill in some gaps. But then I see a name that I am very familiar with, Gertrude. Pretty hideous name, isn't it? It was my mother's name. If you really knew my mother, Gertrude Columbine Fitzwater, you know she goes by Connie. Now apparently there's a problem, okay, with integrating knowledge and giving respect to all knowledge, and other people saying that some things aren't important, okay? Now apparently there's a nun named Saint Germain. No, that Saint Germain that we're going to talk about. There's a nun, a Saint Gertrude, and they celebrate her feast on Marcos and I's divorce date, November 16th. Now here's the question. Why is a mystic existing? Because mysticism is the occult and is magic. Why is there a nun mystic? You see, there's something that these Catholics aren't being educated properly about. There it is. It's pretty simple. The order of evil spirits and of their fall and diverse nature. Okay? Now, I had a friend that everybody made fun of and thought she did black magic, and I was an anarchist and atheist back in the day. I didn't believe in that. You might know her. Dina Lynn White-Madu. Maybe you know her with her little piccolo. Or maybe you know my ex-husband, Marcos Dreyer, and his piccolo and flute. Interesting, isn't it? Or maybe you know Tara Sin, who seems to use an occult inverted company logo of the Arcane School, which is Luciferian and integrating all spirituality on this planet. But what you don't realize is that Marcos Dreyer became a psychologist, apparently to use it against you spiritual people, okay? Because evil and black magic is not to appease your own mind. You understand? And demons are real, for the record. Angels are real, and so is your soul. However, not if you are a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Now, there are many psychologists and psychiatrists who work and utilize the DSM-4 and acknowledge the soul, and they deviate from their teachings because the DSM-4 manual, and I will leave my mistakes here because I am imperfect, yet perfect in my own right, does not acknowledge the soul. And I asked Marcos Dreyer very serious questions as he was making allegations to me. And I am now in veteran housing, transitionally and getting on my feet, and I will get all medical care that I need, hopefully in a timely fashion, but we don't know. Because I am going to prove that I am not who Marcos Dreyer says I am, using his professional license. You know what that is? Defamation of character and an ethical violation. Now, he didn't want to help me when I came to him suffering and sharing my sufferings from my family, because apparently it's all interconnected. Okay? Now, something else you don't seem to understand. Thus, the pairs of commanding and obeying signs are, excluding The equinoctials, Aries and Libra. Commanding Taurus, obeying Pisces. Commanding Gemini, obeying Aquarius. Guess what I am? May 19th, 1971, born at 5:08 a.m. And I'll tell the world, because I don't care that you try to do dark magic on me, because it isn't going to work anymore. I might get a little sick, but it's going to come back out. You see, I'm a Taurus and Gemini. I'm on the cusp. And I was here for the tail end of the age of Pisces. And now we're coming into the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So it shouldn't be surprising that this book says that commanding is Taurus and Gemini and obeying is Pisces and Aquarius. Leo ascending in the first house with the sun in Aries in the ninth house. Unfortunately, I'm an exalted Aries as well. And guess what Aries does? They're smart. Now, as far as what is this all about? Knowledge and the misappropriation of it. Okay? Now, my last video, I couldn't publish it because it was over 15 minutes long. And I'm at 6 minutes now. And they don't want me talking. You understand? Because of rapture and ecstasy and soothsaying which happen to them which are taken with a falling sickness or with a swoon or to them in agony. That's what they've been doing to me for 20 years. Agony and suffering. Rapture is a distraction, alienation, and the soul proceeding from God, by which God doth again retract the soul, being fallen from above to hell, from hell to heaven. The cause of this is in us a continual contemplation of sublime things, which as far as it conjoins with most profound intentions of the mind, the soul to incorporeal wisdom doth so far recall itself with its vehement agitations. Vehement agitations. Not Miha Verma. Not Sophia Yusumi. Not Irena Zaganova. Not Marina Dreyer. Not Marcus Dreyer. Not David Dreyer. Not Marianne Dreyer. Not Marianne Desroussier, a.k.a. Dreyer. Okay? The problem is these people in these elite hidden societies, which apparently my ex-husband's in, of the images of the mansions of the moon, have learned to take the sun calendar, the moon calendar, and the mansions and do astronomically amazing things. But they don't tell you about it. They just run big businesses with it and lead you around by the nose. Okay? Now I'm getting close to 10 minutes, and we're going to have to cut this off because I'm not allowed to have a video more than 15 minutes long until they verify my account and need me to jump through hoops like Linked has done, and I'll figure out some stuff on Facebook, okay? Of certain observations producing wonderful virtues. You need to understand, any woman hath enchanted thee to love her. Take the sheet she lies in and piss through her hood, and her right sleeve out of doors, and enchantment will be quitted. Listening, Marcos? You got cunning sophists, enchantress, succubi, and wannabe mystics all around you and in your businesses. And they're not walking benevolently. They're not talking about it. You know why? Because they're just doing it. And that's why Marcos Dreyer looks like Tony Fish playing a song Demanding. Now, what does that mean for little Miss Dina Medill? White? I mean, she better be happy with her prime insulation, because I'm going to blow her out of the water and let everybody know what they're doing. They've been doing dark magic. It's called Appalachian occult from my point of view. Now, what can we all do about this? Be benevolent, love, evolve. Be nice, for one. Embrace virtues. A lot of people are not. Because you have companies with billions of dollars, some of which are over hundreds of years, utilizing techniques in these books, integrating them with the cyber world, and you are the joke. You understand? You are being made a mockery. Okay? These are magic squares. That's what's happening on Facebook with their photos. Like tarot cards. Okay? Platonic solids. Now, subtle, subtle, dense, dense, blunt, 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 sharp, quick, 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 slow. With the calculations, you're being beguiled by the very people you depend upon. Your church, your clergy, your scientists. You understand? So, we're going to get on with the disturbing revelation that we are in an age where knowledge is power and power corrupts absolutely. And they don't want to talk about the soul because they want to manipulate your spirit and your soul with the very shit they tell you not to do. That's why they removed Archangel Raziel from the Bible and threw Raphael in there. Raphael merely handed the blueprints to Noah's Ark. Raziel made it. Saint Germain, to be continued.